Hi everyone, in this video we are going to derive the value of sine of a plus b plus c like a sum of three angles, right? And similarly we will also derive the value of cosine of a plus b plus c and also tangent of a plus b plus c. So let's first start with sine of a plus b plus c. Can we write this as sine of a plus b plus c, and then using the formula of sine of a plus b we can assume that this is our a and this is our b, and this simply looks like sine of a plus b. So let's use the formula of sine of a plus b, and we know that sine of a plus b is actually sine of a times cosine of b plus cosine of a times sine of b. And here again let's use the formula of sine of a plus b and cosine of a plus b, and then let's remove the parenthesis and let's see how it looks. So within the first parenthesis we need to multiply each term by cosine of c, and then from the second parenthesis again we need to multiply each term within the parenthesis by sine of c, which is actually outside, so we have to multiply each term by sine of c. And if we rearrange it slightly, it's going to look like this. So we are going to have sine of a times cosine of b times cosine of c, plus we will have sine of b cosine of c times cosine of a, and the third term can be written as sine of c times cosine of a times cosine of b, and minus sine of a times sine of b times sine of c, and that is the value of sine of a plus b plus c. And similarly let's calculate the value of cosine of a plus b plus c. We are going to write it as cosine of a plus b plus c, and now again we can assume this to be our a and this to be b, so now it is looking like cosine of a plus b. So we are going to use the cosine of a plus b formula, and using that formula we can write it as cosine of a plus b times cosine of c minus sine of a plus b times sine of c. And then again let's use the formula of cosine of a plus b and sine of a plus b to expand this. So from here we can say in the first term cosine of a plus b can be expanded like this, and then of course we have to multiply that by cosine of c, which is actually already there, and minus, now let's expand the sine of a plus b. So sine of a plus b can be written as sine of a times cosine of b plus cosine of a times sine of b, and then that has to be multiplied by sine of c, which is already there. And now let's remove the parenthesis and see how it looks. So when you remove the first parenthesis, we have to multiply each term by cosine of c. Now let's remove the second parenthesis. There again we have to multiply each term by sine of c. And if we rearrange little bit, we can write it like this. And that is the value of cosine of a plus b plus c. And if you see it carefully, you will see that it follows a certain pattern. The first term is a product of all cosine ratios, and the next three terms are also product of some ratios, but the pattern is that the second term is cosine of a multiplied by sine of b and sine of c, minus the third term is cosine of b times sine of c times sine of a, and then the last one is cosine of c times sine of a times sine of b. And let's also quickly derive the value of tangent of a plus b plus c. We can write tangent of a plus b plus c as the ratio of sine of a plus b plus c divided by cosine of a plus b plus c, and then if we use the expanded form of sine of a plus b plus c in the numerator of course, and then in the denominator if we use the expanded form of cosine of a plus b plus c, then it's going to look something like this. And then if we divide the numerator and the denominator by cosine of a times cosine of b times cosine of c, then can you imagine what's going to happen? Well, let's look at the first term in the numerator, and if the first term there is divided by cosine of a times cosine of b times cosine of c, then what will happen? The cosine of b and cosine of c, they will cancel out each other, and we will be left with sine of a divided by cosine of a. So then clearly you can see that the first term is actually converting into tangent of a. And similarly, if you think about the second term in the numerator, when that is also divided by cosine of a times cosine of b times cosine of c, then you see that the cosine of c and cosine of a, they will cancel each other, and we will be left with sine of b over cosine of b, so that converts into tangent of b. So that would be plus tangent of b, and similarly the third term will convert into tangent of c. and the fourth term will convert into tangent of A times tangent of B times tangent of C. And then in the denominator, the first term when divided by cosine of A times cosine of B times cosine of C, the first term will become 1. So this will become 1, the first term. And the second term when that is divided by cosine of A times cosine of B times cosine of C, then the cosine of A will cancel out each other. However, we will be left with sine of B over cosine of B times sine of C over cosine of C. So that will be tangent of B times tangent of C. So the second term in the denominator is converting into something like this. Similarly, the third term in the denominator will convert into tangent of C times tangent of A, and the last term in the denominator will convert into tangent of A times tangent of B. Just to make a quick note that in the previous step we actually divided the numerator and the denominator by this one. Let me highlight this. This is what we used for the division of both the numerator and the denominator. So when we divided both the numerator and the denominator by cosine of A times cosine of B times cosine of C, then we end up with a result like this. And this is actually the value of tangent of A plus B plus C. And sometimes you might prefer to remember it something like this also. Let me write it down first and then you will see. And this second form may be slightly easier to remember because of the denominator. There you see I have rearranged the terms little bit. I say 1 minus tangent of A times tangent of B minus tangent of B times tangent of C minus tangent of C times tangent of A. I really have not changed anything in the numerator. All I did was I rearranged the second, third and fourth terms little bit in the denominator. I hope everything made sense. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.